What's up, fans and gamers alike? This is Josh Rockstar coming at you with a online review video for Team Sonic Racing. Now, if you want to know how I feel about the game overall and some of the other modes, please check out my previous video. It has Team Adventure mode, it has the gameplay, it has the tracks, it has the music. That will give you a good perspective of the game. I held off reviewing the online portion of the game because I didn't feel it was a good representation of the online community when the game came out, as it needed more time for more players to come and play the game and for the online to actually flourish. The game had a couple of issues with the online mode off the beginning, so I thought it would be better to just wait and see what the online community is going to turn into, and here is what I think about it. When you are on the track with your character, with your team, playing in either the casual or ranked modes of the game is a blast. The core mechanics of the game are solid, so they translate very well to the online mode, and racing online with your friends or against other people around the world is great. The experience feels absolutely good. There's not much lag to speak of. You do get the odd person with a bad connection that sort of looks like they're stuttering or like moving around the track too fast, but overall this is a very minimal thing. Once you're cruising through the tracks, it is really fun to play. It's a huge test of skill to be able to play against some of these guys online. Knowing how to play defense is almost more important than knowing how to be offensive in this game, because you're gonna get hit. There are 12 racers on the track, which means a lot more opportunities for you to get smacked around. And I've had races go south because I didn't have an item to stop an incoming Eagle missile, or someone was coming with the drill and I wasn't paying attention. Or even like team ultimates are a big changer in the online experience. They can be used as a very good defensive tool when somebody has their team ultimate and they're coming up on you. You need to be a little bit more mindful because the player's gonna come at you, unlike the NPCs who will just drive past you with the team ultimate as long as you're on the left or right side of the track. A player's gonna come after you because they want to extend their team ultimate. Like I said before in my other review, the core mechanics of this game is solid, and the transition to online feels absolutely perfect. The problems with the mode stem around the experience. I think the matchmaking is set up perfectly, but it just doesn't support the amount of players playing this game. You get dropped into a lobby of people and AI, which is good. It always keeps the races at 12 players, but it doesn't feel like the matchmaking is actively looking for people to fill the spots, which can be a problem. And when you back out of a lobby because there's only 2 people, often the matchmaking will put you back in that exact same lobby. Another issue is once you finish a race, it takes forever for the voting period to go by, for the stats to pull up, for the positioning to pull up. It's just, you have to wait so long before you get back into a lobby, and then you have to wait for people to vote for a track. The period between the action and the waiting and matchmaking is far too long, and it's one of the things that I really don't like about this mode. Overall, it just really sucks when you drop into a lobby with 3 players and you end up playing against 9 other AI, and who knows if those bots are actually going to support you in that race. They could end up at the very back while you're at the front, and then it's a pain to have to push them back up. Especially when you get paired against a team of 3 players and you get paired with bots. The game's core mechanics, and arguably its greatest strength, also is its greatest weakness when it comes to the online, because you really need to be playing with 3 people. If you don't, you're gonna get smacked. It's just, that's the way this game is. It's 3-player teams, and you need to have 2 other players with you to really genuinely enjoy the online experience for this game. If you decide to go ranked in either team race or standard race, which is just by yourself, there are 5 rankings to the online ranked experience, which are signified by medals. Through not much play, I was able to get pretty high in the ranking leaderboards, but that's not really saying much considering how many people are actually playing the online experience. I find actually going to casual mode a lot more fun than playing ranked gameplay, because casual mode includes some of the vent types that you found in the adventure mode, like vampire, pawn shoot. There'll be different stipulations on the weapons. Casual mode seems a lot more fun, and I think a lot more people have found that out and have started playing that instead of the ranked mode. So the online mode's most important mode, which should be ranked, isn't even the most fun to play. Casual mode ends up taking the cake on this one. And if you're gonna spend the majority of your time playing this game online, I would play casual mode over ranked mode. Lastly, let's talk about the online leaderboards and time trials, which are actually pretty awesome because you can literally pick out anybody's time on the leaderboard and you can load up a ghost of that race, that lap, and you can go and follow them, try to beat their time. There are platinum, gold, silver, and bronze medals in which all you have to do is beat a certain time corresponding with the medal on a single lap of any track that you want to race on. You can also find your friends' times on the leaderboards and beat them as well, which is really cool. There's a trophy associated with it if you're a trophy hunter, and it's really neat. The only problem is you can't search for your friend's time. You actually have to scroll through thousands upon thousands of listings that are going to accumulate more over time as more people get this game, and you have to find their name and their time and click on them, and then you are able to challenge their time. They need to include a search feature for friends. Don't know why it's not in here already. It seems like a standard thing that's pretty easy to implement, but they forgot to put this in. Overall, I think the online experience for the game is kind of an afterthought to the core mechanics of the game and the single player slash co-op experience from the couch. It's not something I really wanted to go back to. I've played it a couple of times on occasion. I still prefer to play a co-op experience on the couch instead of hopping online and actually taking this thing serious, because the game doesn't really take the online portion of it that seriously, which is unfortunate. Could have been something good, but it didn't end up being quite the mode I was looking for and quite the experience that I wanted to continue playing. And when I do think about it, I think that's a good representation of the game. At its core, it's great. It's not something that I want to continue playing because I feel like the stuff around the core mechanics are kind of not fleshed out enough to support my interest to keep playing. It doesn't reward me enough. It doesn't excel quite at one of the modes to keep me interested. The modes are just like done either kind of mediocrely or just maybe a little bit above that. It doesn't really excel and hook me. So that's how I feel about the game and how I feel about the online experience for this game. Let me know if you guys have hopped on and played, what you think of it. Please let me know down in the comment section any and all thoughts. Just shoot them at me. My name is Josh Rockstark, and subscribe to the channel for more content. There's definitely going to be new content coming as a game that I didn't want to say in this video comes out on Friday. I'll see you guys later, and peace out.